Hi there, trailer and camper owners. Today we're going to be taking a look at Curt's slim dual adjustable ball mount. You'll get a 2-inch and a 2 5/16 ball with this. This adjustable ball mount provides you with a drop or rise depending on how you've got it inserted in your receiver on your hitch. We've currently got it in the rise position with our adjustments going up. You'll get 3.5 inches of maximum rise out of this. And if we were to take it out and flip it over, and we can just show you that here. We're now in the drop position. And when we're in this position, we'll have 3 3/4 inches of drop at a maximum available to us. The adjustment holes located on the side here will allow you to move your ball up and down. And the distance between each hole is going to be 1 inch, so you'll be adjusting your height in 1-inch increments. To adjust that, you'll have a very similar to your hitch pin. We'll pull the clip out, and then we can pull the pin out, and then this will come off. We can then choose the appropriate height that we need for our trailer, and we can also select the appropriate ball for our trailer, whether it's a 2 5/16 ball or a 2-inch ball. If you have a 1 7/8 inch ball, we do have other ball mounts available here at etrailer, so you can get hooked up to those as well. We're going to be using the 2-inch first, so we're going to go ahead and put that in place. We're actually going to flip it back over and put it in the rise position, because that's what we need on this particular vehicle. But it's nice that you have the option for both drop and rise, because maybe you got a couple of different trailers and a couple of different vehicles you haul with, and your big truck and your big trailer, you're likely going to be using that 2 5/16 ball in the drop position. But then maybe you just got a smaller SUV that you do a lot of your normal running around, and you might have a small utility trailer or something that you like to bring with you. With that one, your hitch may be lower like this one is here, and you need it in the rise position. And a lot of times those smaller trailers, maybe it's just a little small, just a little utility trailer to get some work done. You just got some dirt or rock or something loaded up in it, and those often use a 2-inch ball to hook to those. So we've gone ahead and adjusted our ball mount. We're going to hook up to our camper here behind us. The 2-inch ball that we've got inserted in here has a maximum capacity of 8,000 pounds. That's how much it can pull. With our 2 5/16, that'll go to 10,000 pounds maximum on that. So you just want to verify on the rest of your components and make sure you don't exceed any of your other components and your vehicle's towing capacities. And regardless of which ball you're using and what position you're set on your adjustment here, you'll have a 1,000 pound tongue weight available to you. That's going to be the force going down on top of your ball here, and that's usually about 10% of the total weight of your trailer. So we're gonna hook up to our trailer now. This is a bit of a smaller camper here. This one's gonna come in, we're gonna be well below the 8,000 pounds here, but it does have a 2-inch coupler, and it's gonna be a perfect candidate to hook up to our vehicle here. So let's go ahead and back up, and we'll just show you a typical attachment. If you have a backup camera, that makes your life easy. And if not, you can either get a spotter to assist you, or you can actually purchase backup cameras here at etrailer. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, there you go, perfect. And now that we've got our vehicle lined up here, we'll just lower it down onto the ball. Depending on your coupler, you may need to release it first. This one here is an automatic latching coupler, so we don't need to do anything but lower our ball onto it. And we can see our coupler latched itself there. So we're just going to continue bringing our wheel up here until it's fully retracted and we're ready to hook up the rest of our cables, which typically includes your electrical cable for your wiring and also your safety cables. And now we're hooked up. And one of the things you want to check is to make sure that your trailer is level. Ideally, you'd be on a perfectly level spot like your driveway, but not all areas are going to be level. Your driveway, there's a good chance isn't going to be level either. Our parking lot's not perfect, but we're relatively level now. We checked it front to back to make sure that we're pretty close to level. When you're trying to determine up front how to know whether or not how much rise and drop you need, one of the things you can do is adjust your trailer jack until your trailer's level and then measure from the ground to the bottom of the coupler. Then you can, on your vehicle, measure from the ground to the middle of your receiver here, And that's going to give you a rough idea of how much plus or minus you need on your drop or rise to hook up to your vehicle to haul it and make it level. I also always recommend going just a little bit higher on the vehicle side, because once you have your trailer loaded and weighted down, it does pull down your vehicle some. So giving yourself a little bit of clearance there, an inch or so on the vehicle side, can help make a big difference once you've got it loaded down. So we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of this hooked up now. We're gonna take our safety cables, and you wanna cross those. So the one that's attached over here towards the driver's side, we're gonna hook on the passenger side of our vehicle, and then vice versa with our other cable. And that will act as a cradle then in the event of a catastrophic disconnect. It'll help grab our coupler here and keep it from digging down into the pavement. You'd also want to hook up any electrical connections that you've got as well. Now that we've got all of our connections made, at this point, we're ready to hit the road. We've gone ahead and pulled it out so you can get a closer look at it here. The entire drawbar is going to be covered in a black powder coat finish to protect it against rust and corrosion. And we've got a corrosion resistant finish on our ball as well. If we look at where it attaches to our receiver, it's going to work in any 2-inch by 2-inch receiver, and there are 2 different attachment holes on here. Both will use a 5/8" hitch pin and clip, and this just gives you an adjustment so you can set the distance a little bit closer or further away from your vehicle as necessary, depending on the trailer that you're pulling. And while the 2-inch ball worked out great for the smaller camper we hooked to our Highlander over there, if you have larger campers like this, the 2 5/16" ball is your typical size for these very large campers, and this one here would work out great with this camper. We've got adjustments here on the back, so it should work out great whether we've got a lifted truck or just your standard stock truck. And to protect your investments, I'd recommend getting a locking set. You will need 2 different pins because this has a removable and adjustable ball. So I'd recommend one from Curt. They have a lock set that is specifically matched for this adjustable channel style mount. And that completes our look at Curt's slim dual adjustable ball mount.